Good morning, Grade 8 learners. Welcome to Grade 8 Science Valenzuela Live, where learning science is fun and exciting. I am Sir V at your service from Vicente P. Trinidad National High School. In this section, we will be talking about meiosis, one of the two kinds of cell division. At the end of discussing this topic, we should be able to explain the significance of meiosis in maintaining the chromosome number. For this session, we will do the following. First, we shall describe the significant events that occur in each stage of meiosis. Second, we shall differentiate spermatogenesis from oogenesis. Lastly, we shall explain the importance of maintaining the chromosome number of an organism. Also, make sure that you prepare the following materials: your pen, your notebook, and your module in science. Let's get started. Imagine if all living things on Earth are the same. All organisms are animals, or all organisms are plants, or all organisms are bacteria. Will organisms survive in this kind of environment where all organisms have the same characteristic and same function? What do you think? We all know that each type of organism has a unique characteristic and function. Even if organisms of the same species have similar characteristics, they are not fully identical. This is important because the differences that each type of organism possesses gives them a specific role in the environment. There are plants that can produce their own food. There are animals that can get their energy from other organisms. There are fungi that produce like plants but get nutrients like animals. There are protists that are plant-like, animal-like, or fungus-like. There are bacteria that perform major functions despite being microscopic. These differences contribute to the sustainability of the environment. Let us now dig deep into the basic unit of these organisms, the cell. Today, we will learn what process is responsible for the formation of these differences. The process is named meiosis. Meiosis is one of the two types of cell division. The other type is mitosis. Meiosis is a type of cell division that usually occurs in sex cells, also known as gametes. In human beings, there are two types of sex cells: sperm cells for male and egg cell for female. One of the important features of meiosis is that it reduces the chromosome number of its daughter cells from two sets into a single set. A single set of chromosome is also known as haploid. This is in contrast with mitosis, where its daughter cells are diploid, or two sets of chromosomes. Another unique feature of meiosis is that it is composed of two sets of phases: meiosis 1, which is the reduction stage, and meiosis 2, which is known as the division stage. Each stage has four phases, commonly known as PMAT: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Therefore, we have the following steps in sequence: prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, and telophase 1. Prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, and telophase 2. Let's identify the unique features of each stage. Meiosis 1 is called the reduction stage because this is where the diploid number or two sets of chromosomes becomes haploid number or one set. Before entering meiosis 1, a cell must undergo interphase first. Cell grows during the G1 phase, chromosomes are copied during the S phase, and cell is prepared in G2 phase. Let's talk about the phases in meiosis 1. Prophase 1 is a phase in meiosis with a lot of significant events. In prophase 1, aside from condensing of chromosomes, pairing of homologous chromosomes occur. Homologous chromosomes are a set of one maternal and one paternal chromosome, one coming from the mother and the other coming from the father. These chromosomes have the same genes in the same locus. This is also the phase where crossing over occurs. Crossing over is the exchange of genetic material between two homologous chromosomes. That results in recombinant chromosomes. In metaphase 1, homologous chromosomes align at the equatorial plate with the help of spindle fibers. Homologous pairs line up at the middle area called the metaphase plate, and they are ready for separation. In anaphase 1, homologous pairs are pulled apart and moved to the opposite ends of the cell. The sister chromatids of each chromosome, however, remain attached to one another and do not come apart. In telophase 1, chromosomes arrive at the opposite ends of the cell. Chromosomes decondense, nuclear membrane reforms, and cytokinesis occurs. This is a phase where a diploid cell produces two haploid daughter cells. Hence the term reduction stage in meiosis 1. Meiosis 2 is known as the division stage, and it is like mitosis. It consists of prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, and telophase 2. Cell does not undergo interphase in transition from meiosis 1 to meiosis 2, thus retaining the haploid chromosome number. Meiosis 2 is a much simpler stage than meiosis 1. We can say that meiosis 2 is like mitosis but for haploid cells. In prophase 2, chromosomes recondense and the nuclear membrane breaks down. In metaphase 2, chromosomes are lined up in the metaphase plate with the help of the spindle fibers. In anaphase 2, sister chromatids separate and pull apart towards the opposite poles of the cell. In telophase 2, nuclear membranes reform, chromosomes decondense, and cytokinesis occurs. This forms the final product of meiosis, 4 haploid daughter cells having one chromatid for each chromosome. In humans, meiosis produces sperm cells for males and egg cells for females. The next question is, how do meiosis occur in producing sperm cells and in producing egg cells? Let us compare these two events. Sperm cells and egg cells are collectively known as sex cells or gametes. The production of sex cells is known as gametogenesis. Gametogenesis involves meiosis to produce haploid gametes in preparation for sexual reproduction. There are two types of gametogenesis. Spermatogenesis is the formation of sperm cells which occurs in the testes, while oogenesis is the formation of egg cells which occurs in the ovary. We can see on the screen right now a side-by-side diagram of spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Spermatogenesis on the left and oogenesis on the right. Both processes produce 4 daughter cells, but it is only in spermatogenesis where all of its daughter cells becomes gametes that are ready for sexual reproduction. These cells become spermatozoa or sperm cells. In oogenesis, one big cell and one small cell known as the polar body will be formed after meiosis 1. After meiosis 2, only one cell will continue to develop into an ovum or commonly known as egg cell, while the rest are polar bodies, which will eventually disintegrate. We already learned the stages of meiosis and the types of gametogenesis. But why is it important that the process of meiosis maintain the chromosome number of an organism? Let us compare several chromosome numbers of different organisms. This table shows that there are different chromosome numbers for each organism. Each human cell has a chromosome number of 46 or 23 chromosome pairs. During sexual reproduction, a haploid sperm cell having 23 chromosomes unite with an egg cell having 23 chromosomes, which combines to a complete 46 chromosome zygote. In a more simple term, 23 plus 23 equals 46, a complete human cell. What do you think will happen to us if our cells will reduce or exceed that number? Meiosis may not always proceed normally. In humans, accidents like failure of the chromosomes to separate during meiosis 1 may cause abnormal conditions. Meiosis maintains the number of chromosomes of organisms by producing haploid sex cells. Meiosis is also a significant life process because it involves genetic recombination through crossing over, which increases the chance of producing offspring that have a unique set of characteristics. Meiosis maintains the chromosome number of organisms by producing haploid sex cells. Meiosis is also a significant life process because it involves genetic recombination through crossing over, which increases the chance of producing an offspring that have a unique set of characteristics. Meiosis is an important life process that contributes to the survival of organisms in the environment. Now that you have learned a lot for this session, let's list the most important points. First, meiosis is a type of cell division that produces haploid daughter cells. Second, meiosis is composed of a reduction stage and a division stage, each with PMAT phases. Spermatogenesis gives rise to 4 haploid spermatozoa, while oogenesis gives rise to 1 haploid egg cell. Meiosis maintains the chromosome number of organisms by producing haploid sex cells. Let us now test how much you have learned for today. Now, for each item, fill in the blank with the correct answer from the choices provided. There will be 5 items. I will read each item twice. Are you ready? Then let's get started. Here is the first item. Meiosis produces daughter cells, each having blank set of chromosomes. The choices are 1 or 2. Write your answer in the comment section. Let's see, what is the correct answer? Meiosis produces daughter cells having one set of chromosome, also known as haploid. I hope you got that correctly. Let us now proceed to the second item. Blank chromosomes is a set of one maternal and one paternal chromosome that have same genes in the same locus. The choices are homologous or sister. Again, blank chromosomes is a set of one maternal and one paternal chromosome that have the same genes in the same locus. The choices are homologous or sister. Write your answer in the comment section. Let us see if you got the correct answer. The correct answer in this item is homologous. Homologous chromosome is a set of one maternal and one paternal chromosome that have the same genes in the same locus. Let us now proceed to the third item. Meiosis occurs in blank. The choices are body cells or sex cells. Again, meiosis occurs in blank. The choices are body cells or sex cells. Write your answer in the comment section. Recall, we have two kinds of cell division. Recall, what are the differences between these two types of cell division? Now let's see. The correct answer is meiosis occurs in, yes, it occurs in sex cells. Let us now proceed to the fourth item. At the end of spermatogenesis, a parent cell will give rise to blank sperm cells. The choices are 1 or 4. Again, at the end of spermatogenesis, a parent cell will give rise to blank sperm cells. The choices are 1 or 4. Write your answer in the comment section. Let's see if you got the correct answer. The correct answer here is at the end of spermatogenesis, a parent cell will give rise to 4 sperm cells. So all daughter cells that were made at the end of spermatogenesis becomes a sperm cell. Not unlike in oogenesis, out of the 4 daughter cells, only 1 will become an ovum or an egg cell. Let us now proceed to the fifth item. In meiosis, a human cell that has 46 chromosomes will produce daughter cells that have blank chromosomes. The choices are 23 or 46. Again, in meiosis, a human cell that has 46 chromosomes will produce daughter cells that have blank chromosomes. The choices are 23 or 46. Write your answer in the comment section. Again, recall what you have learned regarding the two types of cell divisions, mitosis and meiosis. If you clearly remember the difference between them, this is an easy question for you to answer. Let us see. The correct answer is, in meiosis, a human cell that has 46 chromosomes will produce daughter cells that have, yes, 23 chromosomes. So if you manage to get 3-5 correct answers, you have done a great job of listening and learning from our session today. If not, it's okay, no problem. You may go back to this video again for replay, or you can go to your learning modules or ask your science teacher more information about meiosis. If there are questions you want to ask regarding this lesson, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will do my best to answer all of your questions. That ends our session for today. See you next week for another episode of Grade 8 Science, Valenzuela Live. Stay safe and have a great day.